What kind of technology do you need to even forecast that kind of stuff, especially as that kind of technology, if the greenhouse gas emissions aren't curbed anytime soon, which they may or may not be, that's arguable, it's going to need a drastic upgrade really soon. And especially if you think that, from my understanding, what's happening in South Africa and their weather patterns actually eventually makes its way through to Australia and everything. To predict weather, you have to know what's going on around the world. So what kind of utopic systems are we going to need to predict this kind of stuff?
So we do have global weather prediction models. So this is where we basically divide up the atmosphere into lots of boxes, and we model the movement of air and other properties of the atmosphere between these boxes, and we predict what's going to happen next. So we do track the weather systems as they come from our west, from places like South Africa, and then cross the southern Indian Ocean and eventually reach southern Australia. We can predict with reasonable accuracy a few days in advance these weather systems. The problem we have with a lot of severe weather types is that they occur on quite small spatial scales or over quite short times, especially extreme rain events. So if you think of these kind of thunderstorm events where you can get really torrential rain and really bad flooding, they tend to occur, on timescales of minutes to maybe a few hours. And, you may get a storm over you in one place, but then 10 Ks or 20 Ks away, there isn't a storm there. It's actually dry. And predicting where those storms will be is really hard because, just a small error in the prediction means you could have flooding in a different river, in a different basin. So it's really quite hard to predict these events with high accuracy, more than a few hours in advance. And with the Lismore floods, especially the second round of severe floods, were due to a major storm cell coming across. That was quite hard to predict, and it did take some people by surprise as a result. So in terms of kind of what we need, we kind of need our models to continue improving. We need to kind of shrink these grid cells, these boxes in the atmosphere that we model at, so to actually simulate the storms better and to simulate their tracks a bit better.
Right.